Hello again, we are live from DevPlay with Patrick Ocaș from Fuero Games. Hello Patrick, first time in Romania?
Yes, that's my first time. Hi.
How are you feeling?
Well, I'm tired, but excited, definitely excited.
What do you think about this avenue for the conference?
Oh, I didn't expect it to look like that. I mean, it's amazing. It's precious. It looks gracious, seriously. It's huge, it's gigantic, and it's great.
Well, it's the second largest building in the world. We are proud of it, at least with this. Patrick, you come from Poland, a country which is known lately for its development in game industry. You're kind of an icon for all of us around here. Here in Romania, we are trying to catch up. We still have a few issues. Can you give us a few pointers on what the young developers should expect? What should they tackle first in order to reach a certain level?
Career-wise?
Yes.
Well, there is obviously the hard skills part. So, like, you need to be a good engineer. You need to understand coding. You need to understand graphics. Or, like, we're talking developers, like programmers, or generally speaking.
In general, if you want.
All right. So, like, you need the skills that you're going to use to create games. Those need to be top-notch, and the most important factor is actually they need to be updated all the time. So you need to stay in the loop. You need to learn. You need to continue to grow. But there's also a pressure from the opposite side. Your soft skills are the thing that's actually being mentioned more often and often all the time. So you need the skills to cooperate with people. You need time management skills. You need the presentation skills, for example, because you may end up on the conference somehow.
Yes. Patrick, you hosted a panel here, a very interesting panel in which you talked about artificial intelligence and automation in games. And can you tell us what should we look for in the future forward?
Yeah, so that's precisely, I talked about automation, artificial intelligence, testing frameworks in the game dev quality assurance systems. And actually, we should expect big changes, I think. It's like currently vast majority of testing in video games, in game dev, is done manually. Which is very time consuming, it's menial labor, a lot of people are getting worn off quickly. But here's like technologies that can help us. There's automation and there's some newest technologies, mostly artificial intelligence, that can help with the quality assurance process a lot. So we should expect I'd like to talk about the way that what happened to the accountants actually. Before the like Excel and calculation sheets, they used to do it like by hand, so they were like calculating a lot. And then the Excel came out, and they were terrified that they're going to lose jobs, for example, they're going to be rendered obsolete, which did not happen. It was a tool, they learned to use it, and now they're more efficient than ever. They've been empowered by the new technologies, and this is the same thing that's happening in the game dev actually. There will be tools that will allow the testers to just be much more efficient and better. They'd go level up instead of doing every time that when people do things that machine can do, we should strive to automate it, because we can do better than that. That's as simple as that. We can do better.
Okay, you talked about future technologies. We know that next gen is right around the corner. We'll get a new PlayStation, we'll get a new Xbox. As a game developer, are you excited to see this evolution, or it's not such a big leap from this generation?
I'm definitely excited to see what future brings, because new consoles, new generation means better games, right? So, and I'm a gamer at heart, I seriously am. So I expect all the awesome games that are coming out in the future. I think as for the development, new consoles are not so huge as for development like terms, because it's newest architectures, like new platform, more platforms to support, but it's happened before. So it's not earth-shaking, although there's some bigger changes with like cloud stream, the gaming industry, which is kind of different story though. But the newest generation of consoles is, well, it's standard. It happened 5 times, right? So.
You are talking about cloud gaming. Many companies are starting to turn on this direction.
Yep.
They say that it will be easier to create things that were not possible before. Can you see this, or?
Well, I don't follow that closely, this technology, but for us, to best of my knowledge, it allows you to use much more computing power because it's being run on the special servers, and just the video stream and input stream is going to go to the user. So you can have a very weak laptop, for example, and play Witcher 3 on maximum details, so like enchanted shaders or something, and it's going to be not laggy because it's being run on some supercomputer, I don't know, somewhere, right, at some device farm. So I expect that the games may improve greatly in, well, maybe not complexity, but I suppose that the graphic, for example, graphical settings may become obsolete someday, because there'll be no reason to set low, for example, when you'll be playing on a remote machine that can run everything on ultra, which actually sounds sensible.
Bad news for the guys making TVs or monitors. What can we expect from Fuero games in the future with this technology coming up? Do you have some big plans or?
Well, unfortunately, I can't tell you much about that, generally speaking. But I believe my company is going places. I firmly believe in our spirit, in our, in our just determination. We've been through a lot, and we have not fallen. We've always risen, and right now we're climbing sky high. I think we're going for greatness right now.
From your personal point of view, if you could make or work on a video game, ideally, what kind of game would it be, or what would you like to see to implement in something? Any technology, it doesn't matter.
Like, what game would I like to develop personally?
Or maybe just play if you not, if it's easier.
I was always interested in artificial intelligence in games as well. It's a different brand than this, but generally speaking, I'd love to create some game that learns the user, for example, and adjust the experience for him. I closely follow all the games that adjust the difficulty level of the game based on players' performance, for example. The games that change the AI behavior based on players' behavior, and they learn and they actually save this progress for later. So you can personalize your game by just playing it, right? So the adjusted fun, that sounds great to me, and I'd love to work on the technical side of it.
Okay, I think we are close. We are getting closer. Yeah. Patrick, in the end, can you describe, please, in one word, your experience here at DevPlay, if you can?
In one word, my experience at DevPlay. I'd say it was either eye-opening or pivotal, really pivotal. I choose one of those words.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're allowed. Okay, guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you at the next intervention.